What up, guys? It's NBA FORTBLOX with another video on the channel. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 best point guards in NBA history. Now, this might actually be a series. Like, I might upload one on shooting guards tomorrow, and then small forwards the next day, and then power forwards in the center. So if you want this to be a series, let me know in the comments, and I'll make it a series. But anyways, if you do like this video, make sure to hit that like button. And also, go down there and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 40 subscribers on my main channel. Link will be in the description as always. And 10 subscribers on this channel, and I need all your help to get there. But other than that, let's get started. Now, coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Isaiah Thomas. This is a rare win for the eye test over numbers crowd, but the two camps don't need to be completely at odds when it comes to Thomas. Common ground can be found when examining his playoff numbers. Thomas's 6.4 playoff box plus minus is far better than his regular season mark, and is 12th and ranks 12th all time, 6th among point guards. His basic postseason numbers of 20.4 points, 8.9 assists, and 2.1 steals are unmatched across league history. And if you relax the qualifiers to 20 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals, Chris Paul is the only name added to the list. Add 12 All-Star appearances, 5 All-NBA selections, 2 titles, and a Finals MVP to that resume, and it isn't difficult to see why Thomas's advanced numbers couldn't keep him out of the top 10. Now coming in at the number 9 spot, we have Russell Westbrook. 4 or 5 years ago, Oscar Robertson's distinction as the only player in NBA history to average a triple-double seemed untouchable. Russell Westbrook has now done it in each of his last 3 seasons. And when you adjust the numbers from both players so that the pace and playing time line up, Westbrook's achievement is even more impressive. Over the last 3 seasons, the Oklahoma City Thunder have averaged 99.1 possessions per game. At the pace, Russell Westbrook's 35.7 minutes per game converts to 73.7 possessions, and he averaged 26.8 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 10.4 assists. The game was played at a breakneck pace during Robertson's era, and if his 30.8 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 11.4 assists from 1961 and 1962 campaign were adjusted to match Westbrook's pace and playing over the last 3 seasons, they dropped all the way to 17.4 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 6.4 assists. Conversely, Westbrook's numbers at Robertson's pace and playing time would be a ridiculous 47.5 points, 18.8 rebounds, and 18.4 assists. Now, I think that's enough for Westbrook, so let's just move on. Now, coming in at the number 8 spots on our list, we have Steve Nash. You might get a few differences here and there, but in general, a coach would tell you that part of a point guard's job is to run the offense. There's a reason the floor general cliche exists, even if it's not quite as important in today's largely pointless game. Positionless game. In the early 2000s, Steve Nash was the NBA's general captain. General captain. From 1998 to 99, 2003, and 2004, he was the starting point guard for the Dallas Mavericks. Offensive rating, points per 100 possessions, of 109, was a comfortable first league-wide. Over his next 8 seasons, leading the Phoenix Suns, he was the first to get in that 8 stretch. Gap was even bigger. But in more than a decade, if Nash was your point guard, you was guaranteed.
Nash, right in the
you always guaranteed
what a pass by Steve Nash.
His knack for getting
Beautiful that play by Nash with 360.
And finding
incredible
for shooters at the exact right moment.
Todd sets the screen. He's trailing Nash. Heads in the
He's
air.
most prolific assist men. He is 3rd all-time in assists, 9th all-time in assists per game, and 5th all-time in assists percentage. Now, there's more, but I think that's enough, so let's move on. Now, coming in at the number 7th spot on our list, we have Jason Kidd. Long before Russ made us numb to triple-doubles, Jason Kidd helped to popularize them. If you combine the regular season and playoffs, Kidd has a whopping 118 triple-doubles, which trails Oscar Robertson at 189, Magic Johnson at 168, and Russell Westbrook at 148. That all-around game made Kidd one of the league's top point guards for nearly 20 years. By the time he was done, he racked up 10 All-Star appearances, 9 All-Defense selections, 6 All-NBA selections, and 5 assist titles. And he cemented his legacy as one of the greatest point guards of all time by playing a critical role on Nowitzki's 2011 team. Now, let's move on to number 6. Now, coming in at the number 6 spot, we have John Stockton. John Stockton is the only player with more assists and steals than Jason Kidd, and Kidd isn't even close. The distance between Stockton's 15,806 assists and Kidd's 2,091 assists is about the same as the distance between Kidd and 11th place Andre Miller. There is a similar gap in steals. Stockton leads Kidd there is around the same place as Kidd's buffer between himself and 11th place Alvin Robinson. And with regard to those assists, no, they weren't just the product of home cooking from the scorekeeper, as the long myth suggests. I don't like saying never, but ain't nobody catching that, CP3 said in February of Stockton's assist record per the Washington Post's Ben Golliver. I don't know who did the statistics in Utah. Over the course of his career, Paul has averaged 0.8 more assists per game when playing at home. That's the exact number as the difference between Stockton's home and away numbers. Now, there is more, but let's just move on to number 5. Speaking of Chris Paul, can you guess who's number 5? You're right, it's Chris Paul. If this ranking was based on nothing but advanced numbers, Paul would top the list. He's first all-time among point guards in box plus minus, win shares per 48 minutes, and playoff box plus minus. He trails only Magic Johnson and Jerry West in point guards among playoff win shares per 48 minutes. Paul's ability to put the ball on time and on target to shooters and alley-oop threats did wonders for the careers of David West, J.J. Redick, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin, just to name a few. And like Nash, Paul's prowess as a shooter forces defenders to play him tight and pick and rolls. Over the course of his career, CP3 has shot 47.1% on two-pointers from 5 feet and out. Now, let's move on to number 4 because we are now past the top half of the list. Yay! Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Jerry West. Some may consider Jerry West a shooting guard, but Basketball Reference has him listed as a point for 12 of his 14 seasons, and his 9.7 assists per game in 1971 and 72 led the NBA. Either way, West is more than a legend. He's the logo. As relentlessly competitive and prolific as Jordan, there's a reason why West's silhouette is the NBA's logo, ESPN's Robert Peterson wrote. And that reason is West's dominance for over a decade of the league's formative years. Beyond leading the NBA in assists in 1972, West also was a scoring title with 31.2 points per game in 1969 and 70. That is actually 1, That's 2 years before he led the league in assists. He generally upped his performance in the playoffs as well. He averaged 40.6 points in the 1965 postseason. And in 5 postseasons from 1965 to 69, he averaged 32.9 points. Now, let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 on our list, we have Oscar Robertson. Another player from the bygone era, the Big O was the standard bearer for the position for roughly 2 decades before Magic came along, and the two legends shared plenty in common. At 6'5", Robertson had great size for a point guard, especially when compared to others of his time. And like Magic, he collected triple-doubles at a rate we hadn't seen until Westbrook showed up. Robertson played a total of 1,126 games in the regular season and playoffs, and he notched triple-doubles in 16.8% of them. In 2013, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sang Robinson's praise during an interview with ESPN's Colin Cowherd. LeBron is awesome, MJ is awesome, but I think Oscar Robertson would have kicked them both in the behind. Absolutely. Oscar was awesome. He had brains. He had all the skills. He could rebound and box out guys. 4 and 6 inches taller than him. He was ruggedly built. He had fluid quickness and just understood the game. No flair. He just got the job done every night. Over the course of his career, Robertson was 7th in the league in points per game, 1st in assists per game, and 5th in win shares per 48 minutes. Now let's move on to our final 2. Now, coming in at number 2, and I have to issue a trigger warning, we have Stephen Curry. Now, before you all are in the comments saying, FORTBLOX, why is Stephen Curry not the Robertson and Jerry list? Let me explain myself. 10 years into his career, Stephen Curry already has an argument as the best point guard in NBA history. In a blind poll that pitted Curry's career numbers up against Magic Johnson's, the former won comfortably. When the numbers were limited to 6-year peaks, Curry won in a landslide. This shouldn't be all that surprising. Curry is on track to be the most prolific offensive player in league history, at least according to one metric. Right now, his 7.13 career offensive box plus minus trails only LeBron James' 7.25. Over the last 5 seasons, Curry's 9.5 compared to LeBron's 6.8. If those trends hold, Curry should be the number 1 all-time by the end of the 2019-2020 campaign. Now, that's why he was placed at number 2. Now, let's move to number 1. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot, I think you can all guess who it is. We have Magic Johnson. Now, he has so many accolades, and I'm just going to put them up on the screen right now. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you thought of my rankings in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And also, go down there and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 40 subscribers on my main channel. Link will be in the description. And 7 subscribers on this channel. Now, I need all you have to get there. But other than that, it's your boy NBA FORTBLOX, and I'm out.